Duckworth's The Snow-Making Machine takes readers on an evocative journey to the Stockholm archipelago, where the serene island of Sprickup serves as a microcosm of introspection and interpersonal exploration. This vividly atmospheric tale weaves together themes of isolation, creativity, and human connection, offering a story both introspective and adventurous. Duckworth's prose captures the beauty and stillness of Sprickup with poetic precision, reflecting a world where time seems to slow down, allowing its inhabitants to reimagine their place in the universe. Central to the narrative is a theater director seeking solace from the relentless pace of urban life. As she crafts imaginary productions in her red-painted wooden house, her encounters with a younger visitor disrupt her solitude, leading to a dynamic interplay of imagination and reality. Let's welcome Ian, who's our special guest today, to give us an insight on his book. Hi, Ian. Welcome, and thank you for accepting this interview.
Thank you for asking me to be interviewed.
So, the island of Sprickup is as much a character as the people in the novel, with its vivid description and isolated charm. What inspired you to set the story in the Stockholm archipelago, and how does this location shape the narrative?
Oh, well, there are three locations, but we start off in Sprickup. And the point is there are three main characters, all in different places. They don't know each other. They don't meet each other until the final shortest section, which is in Barcelona, at the theatre school in Barcelona of the Parallel Poble Sec. But the good idea behind that was that the structure wrote the book. So they all go from where they are to this particular place, where then everything is revealed, but you have to read three sets of characters that don't know anything about each other. But Sprickup, I have been to these places. Most of what is in the book is made up, but I have been to the Stockholm archipelago in the Baltic Sea, and I have been to Stockholm, and I have been to Berlin, and I have been to Girona, because I live here. I've lived here for about 11 years now, so I know that, and I know Barcelona. However, having said that, it's mainly made up. That's what fiction's about.
Well, however, whenever I read a book, whenever I have the chance to read a fantastical story, I always love to know what is the connection between the story and the author. So I would like to ask you, how did your own experiences or observations influence this integration of theatre and life within the story?
Well, I think it's mainly connections rather than inspiration. Not that I want to poo-poo the word inspiration, but it's everything you've done and everything you've seen. It's all in little bits, and it goes into the head, and it comes out in language in some way, shape, or form. So the inspiration, well, I mean, I do read other people's work, but I'm interested in Central European literature, like Paweł Huel, the Polish writer, Mercedes-Benz, things like that, rather than British writers. But it's also TV comedy. It's quite a funny book, or it should be. And TV comedy, British TV comedy, can be things like Python or Spike Milligan or The Fast Show or Green Wing, and all that's there as well. So it's not a direct external inspiration thing. It all has to be connected up in the head before it comes out on the laptop.
Well, we are trying not to spoil too much about the book, of course, but there is one particularly poignant scene that involves the protagonist's realization of her own vulnerability amidst the dramatic remainings of life. How do you see this vulnerability resonating with readers? What is the message that you hope to convey through it?
Well, I don't know whether she is vulnerable. Everybody in the book has a dynamic, positive force to them. There are challenges, and if you're a theatre director in Stockholm at the high level, I'm sure those challenges are things that just happen every day. I didn't actually realise that this book was about theatre until someone from Europe Books pointed it out. I thought, oh yeah, it is about theatre. But preparing yourself for the real world and preparing yourself to be on stage are very different things. I think she probably has a lot of confidence within the theatre. And when the theatre lights have gone and the audience has gone and she's outside the theatre, she's not so confident. It's more challenging. But I think that's probably the case for most people.
Ian, thank you. Thank you again for your time. Thank you for the insight, for the chat. And we want to wish you best luck with your book.
Lovely. Thank you very much. And just one thing, I did pick a prize up in Milan, international prize, and look at how wonderful, what a lovely colour it is.
It is.
So
wonderful.
Thank you very much, Milan.
Congratulations, Ian. Congratulations. Whether you're drawn to the introspective or the dramatic, Duckworth's narrative is a delightful escape, blending the poetic with the theatrical to create a literary masterpiece that lingers long after the final page. The Snowmaking Machine, written by Ian Duckworth, is now available in bookstores and digital platforms. It's a publication by Eurobooks.